true. Minute I go to the bathroom because it's copyright music playing out there, and it might hopefully it doesn't reach all the way over here. But anyways, right now I'm on a 12-hour shift, bro. Damn near almost halfway through it, so I thought I'd just pick up the can, like each break or whatever. This is actually my second one. First one I already got me some food, so eat real fast and yeah, looking like it ain't like it now. We're here right now, so yeah. I'll catch up when I get another break, bro.
All right, this is in between work. You feel me? Yeah. Wow, ba, ba, huts, ah, wow, ba, ba, huts, ah, ba, 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 ba. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Boom. All right, next dance. Dun, 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 dun. I'm only doing the sound in the background, so I ain't gonna copyright me, bro. I'm sick of them. Ba, 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 ah, yeah, ba, 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 ah, ah, ah. Hi, welcome to Starbucks. My name is Spruce. Yeah, bro. We was really getting it. And we got the order right, too. Everything was on time. Everything was cool. We eat damn near close, so it was cool. Nice and great. Here's the one when I was on, believe my lunch. Yeah, this is my lunch. It's around lunchtime. Yeah, we was getting really jiggy. And then we gonna have to remove this, and then you mean? But, it was a great shift all in all. And we did make it. So after this, bro, we gonna give y'all a nice little reflection at the end, bro. Nice little summed up reflection about today. Dang, I'm still dancing. Like, that's really crazy how I got all this energy. But anyways, let's get it.
All right, hey guys, this is after the 12-hour shift, so we're gonna go straight to reflection time, bro. That was at my first ever break. I had 4 breaks, right? So I had my 10, had another 10, had my 30-minute, had my 10, right? Boom. Great, excellent, it's cool as shit. One thing that I could take back from that shift was speaking, the things that you say. It was one thing that I caught myself saying, right? Because it got me thinking about the internet and how certain interviews be going down in certain places, right? Now, when I think about work, I think about all the fun things and the camaraderie and the energy and the fun and the interesting conversations and stories that come together with things. But within having that, you have to also have respect for others, every which way, their cultures, who they are as a person. Now, after that conversation was in way, I took a step back. I got really quiet, and I began to think. And that's not the first time that didn't happen, where I really had to take that step back to think, to real life think, overly think. I remember it'd be times where, okay, you at work, y'all don't work together for some years, or whatnot, whatever. Y'all make y'all jokes or whatnot, whatever. But then I had to take a step back and really do this, because not only to understand the respectability levels when it comes to every single space, is to understand what the thought process is to speaking out, and to speak and to carry and to be able to even have that type of fun and unique and community built type of environment. And sometimes I will have to take a step back and to learn what that is. Now, this whole day, I was really thinking about what would make somebody an actual terrible person, so to speak, a piece of shit, so to speak. And I really was thinking, like, hopefully I do not fall in that category. Hopefully I'm aware enough to be like, okay, maybe that's not the time. Maybe this could have been said a different way. Feel me? Because understanding jokes is also understanding respect. Understanding how to tell a story needs to provide explicit and deep details to try to understand what things are saying. Me, as a youth, I was vague, still vague. Adding details is to understand what the story provides. Because without those details, you can offend somebody. Feel me? And that was never your intention in the first place. And you not even that type of person to begin with. So based off of that reflection is to understand where you coming from with certain things. And being able to understand there's a time and a place to speak and not to speak is one of the many lessons that I've learned by making this channel, while building the things that I'm building. And, understanding full accountability when it comes to the things that people say and what you stand upon. Now, I see a lot of the times where it would be things that other people say, I was like, would actually anger me. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. And then I put some people in a different type of category based off of what their actions have showed me. All right? Because people can say a lot of nice, sweet words and put it all up in a blanket, but what they show you in their actions is what they truly are as a person. Man, I feel like my actions when I go into work every day is I'm dedicated. I am nice. I try to always help out and make sure that I'm not overly bearing. Feel me? Because when you in that type of spot, I seen it before when you're overbearing, where you're doing a lot, where some people in that type of space didn't need that type of assistance, could get annoying. Now, once I started to get a little bit better at reading that, I corrected my overbearingness when it comes to trying to help out in that type of workspace, and be able to cultivate something of a support. And instead of a wet blanket that wipes away all the hard work the other individual is trying to do or to perform. And I'm seeing that a lot. Like, it's really as simple as good or evil. It's just as simple as that. It's either you take the steps and the time to understand, to build, to grow, to be patient with yourself, to level up and be able to keep on trying to put certain sacrifices in and certain time in order for you to build something for yourself. Despite what is going on, what is happening, despite how many promises that you said, oh, I was going to go do this and didn't do it. You feel me? It's always about that time and that dedication that you're trying to push forward and do. Now, I see a lot of videos like this, what I'm doing right now, and they sit and they give their advice based off of what they did in their life. Right now, I'm actively showing you the advice that I simply attracted from today. I'm 100% aware of how my jokes be and how I'll be like, okay, at one point in time, it's like, all right, Bruce, maybe you need to chill. Because at some given point in time, I'll be just trying to make the day go by faster, make it a little bit funner, make it a little bit more happy energy. But in doing that, you still have to do that in a respectful and understanding way. Because you can't joke like that with everybody. You can't joke over here. You have to joke in a different way. No, which brings me obviously full circle to the Drewski skit. Y'all seen that shit, bro. That was crazy. And the way he was just sitting up there joking, y'all, was absolutely marvelous. I would say marvelous. Why do I say marvelous, bro? Since the beginning of time, bro, they was sitting up there doing blackface in the media, thinking that shit was funny, thinking that shit was like, oh, he, ha, ha, just to get attention, likes, views, follow-ups. Shoot. But now they not laughing at that now. You feel me? Once it's flipped upon them, which is crazy, which is evolution. I look at it as a sort of revenge, so to speak. And I think of that as like when you able to formulate other ideas, formulate other things that you may see, and see how certain things could be like, okay, that's funny, that's funny, that's funny, or whatnot, whatever, because it's something that is seen in real life in real time of how absurd some people's actions are that they do. How crazy things can get. How people can destroy your life. You feel me? So understanding the jokes, the lines, the sinkers, all of that, and to be able to grow from that is immensely great. Immensely great. But nah, y'all, that's reflection time. This vlog is going to be shorter because y'all, I was really just trying to get to the shift. That's it. I was grinding. We got on time. Matter of fact, yeah, early, and it was good. And I am going to tell and take a statement that I am not tired. I don't get tired. I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired. I got 6 jobs. Get tired. I got 6 jobs. And the whole time I gotta really keep telling myself that, because I have to live in the moment. I have to live in the moment. Make sure that I put 100,000% into what I do. Even with these vlogs, bro. Feel me? This is a real life vlog. You feel me? I don't know how interested it can get. You feel me? I was at work all day. I did hear a little TikToks here and there. We still gotta finish out the day with TikToks, bro. Before it hit 12, bro. Like, that's the deadline. I gotta have X amount of videos before it hits midnight. You feel me? And that's my quota for myself. And then I'm like, all right, boom, we reach that quota every day. Then all right, boom, we somewhat win the day. Because there's behind closed doors motherfucking losses that we're taking right now. And they're immense. Okay? Today was supposed to be laundry day. We spent the whole day at work trying to get this paycheck. Feel me? And there's a lot of things that's not done yet. And I'm like, deep breath and say, okay, we got one thing off the list, then we on to the next. And it's a slow hill to climb on. We giving ourselves until May. Right? That's our own personal deadline. Because right now, it's on easy mode. I'm losing on easy mode. How the fuck you lose on easy mode, right? Because I'm so caught up into winning that I forget to plan how to win. You get me? That means you dream a lot and you don't stop to watch that clock. You sitting up or keep worrying about the buzzer beater. You got 4 quarters. You got 4 quarters left. You got to put on for your city, for yourself. It doesn't matter how many times somebody be like, well, you're still here. You still don't got this. You still don't got that. They can say that shit to you all day. You know what it is. You don't need nobody to say that to you. The fuck? You know what it is. You just gotta do it. As simply as doing it. It's just nutting up, shutting up, and locking in. Like I said 1,000 times, this is the great lock-in. I don't care how many times I done fall, stumbled. I done stumbled at work, but guess what? I didn't motherfucking fall. I ain't gonna never fall, and I ain't gonna never fail. Feel me? Because when you fail, you gonna eventually prevail. So did you ever lose in the first place? For real. If you really think about it. If you really think about it like that. Okay, you failed. But did you eventually get it? And then you got it? Okay, then why are we talking about the L's then? You got it now. You got it now. You don't, like, a lot of people don't understand. There is a gift that you can give the world if you lock it in and lock it down. I could preach all day long and talk all day long about many different things and topics. But I don't have all day. I only have 15 minutes. So I'll catch y'all in the next vlog. If you watched it all the way to the end, please like, comment, and subscribe. You feel me? And repost it. Repost it if you think this message is going to help somebody. Feel me? Because look, we all on the grind. We all up in a fucked up world. Feel me? Trying to make it. Trying to survive. From these people that's trying to ruin all these people's lives. Evil individuals. Goodness gracious. Anyways, hope you have a blessed day. Hopefully y'all stay safe. And either which way, real peace shit. No lame shit. You with me.